Does your website take into consideration fashion over function, or is it function over fashion? Which way works best? I'll explain. Most people have a website that's really fashionable, really classy and colorful with nice photography and images and graphics. But what they don't realize is that the whole function of a website is to make people click the contact us button and contact you regarding specific treatments. Now, no matter how flashy or classy your website might be, missing on two important aspects of a website will decrease your conversion rate. Number one is the call to action buttons. Now, these buttons are there to direct people to take action. So even looking into the text of the actual button itself, making that quite clever in order to motivate people to actually click on the call to action button to inquire about a specific treatment makes a massive difference. Having that button positioned strategically on specific places on the website, on the pages itself, is another important aspect. For example, most people have the call to action button right at the bottom of the page. You got to remember that most people won't read the full page. If you actually look at the Google Analytics statistics on your website, you realize that most people might only read about 60% or before they go back or to another website page. So having the call to action button on various locations across the website page makes a difference. Sometimes having it on the sticky right side can also make a massive difference. So call to actions need to be bright and bold and get people's attention to make them click that button to inquire about treatment. Second most important aspect is the actual content itself. Most people totally miss out on this. People come to your website to not look at your layout and design. They come to read the content and to make sure that you're the right business for them to choose. So having the content really engage with them, emotionally motivate them, influence them to take action is what is the most important aspect. At the same time, you've got to show your expertise and answer any kind of doubts that they may have at that time. For example, having good FAQs is a big plus from your website. The content has to be motivating. You got to remember that people are at different stages in their buyer's journey. Some people are just learning about the problem that they have and trying to figure out what options they're available. And some people have been through multiple consultations and need to now be reassured you're the right practice to contact. So having your content looked and designed by a professional copywriter with sales and SEO in mind makes a massive difference. Sometimes the keywords are irrelevant. You don't need to throw them all in just for the benefits of SEO. SEO has its own strategies and you don't need to overcrowd them with keywords. The most important aspect is to make sure that you can make readers read your website page, influence them and motivate them to take action with clever call to actions that are designed perfectly to go in hand with the content itself. Your design and layout and fashionable color schemes and all this kind of stuff comes secondary. Your first important aspect should be the actual content itself. Your SEO, your Google Ads, or whatever campaigns that you want to run through social media, they will all fail based on your content. No matter how much traffic you drive to your website through blogs and all this other kind of organic generating traffic to your website will all fail, because once they land on your website and your website is poorly designed in terms of content, the content is engaging, they won't read anything and just press cross and go to somebody else, increasing your bounce rate, and obviously that affects SEO as well. So content, call to actions, layout design, fashionable stuff, secondary.